Thank you for the introduction. Good morning and good afternoon. Thank you very much for taking time out of your very busy schedule to participate in this joint symposium between RIETI and CEPR. To begin, I'd like to say a few words on behalf of the organizers. RIETI and CEPR have memorandum of understanding that commits us to undertaking research cooperation and to holding a symposium every year. This year's symposium, entitled Two-Speed Inflation, Implications for Policy Around the Globe, will explore measures to address inflation, which has become a serious global issue in our discussion. As you are all aware, inflation is currently a major issue worldwide. The consumer price index temporarily exceeded 10% from the same months in the previous year in the Eurozone, 8% in the US, and 4% in Japan for the first time in 41 years. Such inflation, and especially food inflation, directly affects the livelihood of citizens in developing countries with high annual coefficients and threaten the stability of their government. In fact, in the World Economic Forum's Global Risk Report 2023, the cost of living crisis is listed as the largest current risk. On the other hand, the so-called two-speed inflation, in which rising costs on the producer side are not fully reflected in consumer prices, is also a major challenge. In Japan, in particular, more than 20 years of deflation have resulted in an entrenched structure in which consumers do not allow companies to raise prices even when their costs increase. Today's symposium will be composed of 3 sessions. Session 1 will include a presentation by Professor Tommaso Monacelli from Bocconi University and research affiliate of CEPR, followed by a discussion on the topic by RIETI faculty fellow Ippei Fujiwara, professor at the Faculty of Economics at Keio University and Australian National University. Professor Refet Gulkena from Bilkent University and the research fellow at CEPR will chair this session. Session 2 will include a presentation by Professor Esther Faya from Goethe University and a fellow at CEPR, followed by a discussion led by Dr. Nao Sudo, Director and Head of the Economic and Financial Studies Division of the Institute for Monetary and Economic Studies at the Bank of Japan. This session will be chaired by Professor Fujiwara. In the following panel discussion, Professor Faya, Dr. Sudo, and Professor Kosuke Aoki from the Faculty of Economics at the University of Tokyo will discuss topics on causes and consequences of diverging inflation rates. The panel discussion will be chaired by Professor Giornato, and he will also make the final remarks after all the sessions. Today's symposium will last for 2 hours, early on Friday morning in Europe, and at the end of Friday afternoon in Japan. And I'm confident that many insights will be gained from our presentation and discussion. Thank you very much for your attention.